Hello, welcome to the 21st episode of the Pear Tree Podcast, where Sandi and I talk about everything Animal Crossing. Welcome to Re Albi, Sandi.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you enjoying spring?
It's great. I'm loving cherry blossom season. As you can see, I'm embracing the pink.
Is it my imagination, or are they falling more today?
Yeah, I think Isabel had said in a broadcast that it was obviously coming to an end soon, so be quick to have them. So I think that means like the leaves are falling off the trees, so and they're going back to green. It does seem a lot of leaves flying about.
I've been trying to catch them, but these ones are flying too quickly and you can't catch these.
Yeah, they're little wispy ones. Actually, just remembered I was over earlier today and I spoke to Butch, and he had the cutest wee thing he did, about the cherry blossoms, but they just make me, and then he done a wee sneeze, and it was just the cutest thing. So he's not a fan of I think it was obviously because they're blown about everywhere and making him sneeze.
I need to get catching. I don't have a very big stockpile.
Yeah, I don't think I have many either. I'm too busy. I suppose you've been too busy decorating as well. I've seen some pictures. What have you been up to?
I went on a big decorating spree this week. I said last week I was going to try and do one of the shops. So I spent most of my time moving nooks, cranny. I thought it would be really cool if they were down by the pier. And then I thought that I could imagine them importing goods from Gulliver and sending out Re Albi pears to other islands. So I thought that was really cute. So I put them down by the pier and I've done a bit of decorating there. But I also ended up moving Abel's over to that side of the island as well, over to the east. And I haven't done much decorating around them yet, but I've given them a nice little entrance. It was really good fun doing that.
I liked your pier.
Thanks.
No, I really liked it. I have been decorating as well. Just some villager gardens. I'm trying to update my dream address. And it was going fine. I was nearly ready to update it, but then I was going to try and travel back to Bunny Day, and I messed that up just because I didn't know what day it was. And then I've ended up losing Rudy. He asked to move. So that kind of messed things up. So I need to decorate another garden for a wee celebrity that's coming to my island now, which is Harold from your island.
Yeah.
So I've got his garden just about done, and then when I moved out Rudy, I went to the next day and then I had a campsite villager. So Tybolt's moving out now, and I've got Benjamin coming. So
all change.
So I've got another garden to decorate before I update my dream address, because then I'm going to dismantle the race and just start working on the town. But the only reason I was able to say bye-bye to Rudy and Tybolt was because I got their photos at the start of the week. I think it was the day after we recorded. I got both of their photos on the same day. Which was...
Oh, you'll miss little Rudy.
Which was cute. I know, he's so cute. He's done loads of zoomies. But I've got Gonzo now, and Gonzo's obviously not a jock, but he's still cute, and he does zoomies as well.
And Harold is very into his zoomies, so...
Yeah, and he's taking up Rudy's garden. And Rudy had quite a big garden, and it's quite spacious, because I didn't really know what to put in Rudy's. Because although he was cute, I didn't really get much from him, as in to what he likes, other than squats, but...
Squats?
Yeah, squats. And then Harold, so he's got his big garden, so I've decorated that a wee bit, and then he's still got a wee big space so he can zoom right out his door out into the island.
What have you done with Harold's garden then?
Oh yeah, so I put a pinball machine in the brake trapper, which I think's a pocket camp that somebody had gave me, and I never used it because I don't have an arcade or anything to use all them, so I think he would like his games. And I put a beehive because I could just imagine him wanting to just have food at all times, so he can just help himself.
He's got a honey. Constant source of honey.
Yeah,
that's a bit dangerous.
That's a bear.
He'd put his hand right in that.
I don't think he would care really. And you always tell me everything's always sticky, so you must be eating something that's sticky, and honey is sticky. So he's got his beehive and his honey pots, and then I put a wee table out with lots of food on it. But I think I'll take that down later, but that's for him just arriving tomorrow.
Oh, nice. So I invited Cherry today to come and stay. So she will be arriving in a couple of days, and Barrel's arriving at yours tomorrow.
Yep.
That's very exciting. I'm glad he's gone to have a little stay at Lokrum.
Yeah, and I'm glad it happened today as well, because I was time travelling, and I got, before I moved to the next day, I went round and given my villagers, I only had 3 villagers that didn't have their photos, and then Graham gave me his photo. I was like, oh no, so thank goodness that Barrel had moved in, so they get a wee bit of time together, because technically Graham could be leaving at any moment. No, I think I'd keep him as well, because I haven't had him long at all.
So that kind of supports our idea that the friendship levels get built up on other islands, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because Coco and Graham both gave you their photos really quickly, and if Barrel does as well, then...
Yeah, I think we could say that has got something to do with it, because I've only got Tybalt's recently, and I've had him for quite a while. So
yeah, you've had him for ages.
Yeah, that would be good. Well, not be good, but it's something good to know that if you were after the photos.
Yeah, because we know that talking to them every day increases their friendship level, but I guess I've never seen any data that says talking to them on other people's islands increases their friendship level. It's interesting.
And I wonder if you could come, I don't know if they're going to have birthdays, obviously, because I don't know if you remember, one of our friends had went to another friend's island for a birthday, and it was of their villager that they had previously, and they got their photo in exchange for the gift that they'd given them, because that's the only time you can give villagers, other people's villagers gifts is on their birthday, and they got a photo. So
yeah,
I don't think that Barrel's birthday's not for a while, but I don't know about Graham's. I don't know when Graham's was. I can't remember you having a party for him.
No, I can't remember.
You need to have a research for that later.
Oh, I'm a bit sad to have let Barrel go, even though I know we talked about it for a while. When you asked today, I was like, oh, a bit sad. But I am really looking forward to Cherry coming. She was really cool when she came to the campsite today, so yeah, looking forward. And I will come and visit Barrel.
Yeah, I'm just hoping when I decide to let him go that someone is able to take him. Like, maybe somebody might want him in the community.
Yeah, I hope so.
So we can keep in touch. But I'll not think that far ahead.
I had a really strange conversation with Biscuit and Barrel this week. Or they were having a conversation and I butted in. And they were like practicing. They were having like a quiz. And they asked me if I wanted to come and join their game. They were having a quiz on sayings. And they asked me to finish the saying. And I got it wrong deliberately, just messing around. And then they were like, oh no, you got it wrong. Game over. And they just walked away.
Oh.
I thought, oh no, I wish I'd tried to get it right now, because it might have made the conversation go on a bit longer, but no.
Well, for next
That's
time.
That's the first time I've seen those two talking, though, I think. Two lazy boys. So you're going to have two lazy boys with Benjamin coming as well.
Yeah, I've actually lost 2 jocks and now I've got 2 lazies. It's just obviously the opposites. But yeah, it'll be good.
It's a nice trade, in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't...
Now, I've not met Benjamin before. He looks really cool.
Yeah, I hadn't met him either, and I'm going to take Withers at my campsite unless I've had them previously, which I don't know if would that happen. I don't see why not, it wouldn't happen. But yeah, the pig nose sold it for me. He's got a wee pig nose that it's not very cute, but it's endearing to me, I think.
I think he's really cute.
Graham's got one and Tabby's got one.
Yeah.
And his wee expressions he was making when I was speaking to him. And I went in and spoke to him, and I think I had a couple of dialogues. He was just talking about camping in general. And then he said about he had a dream about living here. And I was like, what do you think of that dream? And I was like, yeah, come live here. And then he just said, okay, I'll phone up resident services. Usually they go into the card game. I was like, what? So I wasn't even going to tempt fate. So as soon as he said Tybalt, and I didn't really want to, because I said bye to Rudy, and I like Tybalt as well, but I was like, no, I'm not going to. It could be like 10 games later before he agrees to move in, so I'm not going to. And I've got his photo, so just ripped the band-aid off and got rid of him. Well, that sounds horrible, but I accepted Benjamin's request to replace Tybalt.
I'll have to come over and say hi.
But I was gutted because I really liked Tybalt's garden. I really liked that.
Yeah.
It just matched his house, and but
yeah, it was cool.
Something to think about Benjamin's garden. Although I think I've already...
Yeah, when you get to know him.
I've got a couple of things just to put out, because he's got a yellow door. I searched up his house just so I'm prepared, because I'm trying to get my dream test done, like I said, so just quickly. So I'm going to put some of the... I think I'm going to put the Pompurin, is that how you say it? Items out, for like the food items especially, and yellow things, because he's got a yellow door. I'll do for now.
You're so thoughtful. I think I'm going to have to move Cherry's house, because she's sort of in the OK Motors.
Oh, there.
She's sort of in the garage bit.
Right.
And now Abel's is behind there. I think what I might do is move out move out Cherry first, and then move Butch a little bit later. Do a few more renovations around there. But I don't want her sitting in the shopping district. But it's a shame you can't move the plots when
it's empty.
It's sort of in between people moving, yeah. It would be nice to get it all set up for her, but I'll be working on that next week, I think. Somewhere nice for her to live. She's really cool. I'm looking forward to having her.
Yeah, Cherry.
She was your starter villager, right?
She was one of my starters, and she was cool, and I wasn't aware of the photos. Otherwise, see, we had the posters. I thought that was like a replacement for the photo, so I let her go quite early on without getting her photo. And she was cool, but I also had a starter house, which I didn't realise was a starter house until I think one of her friends had came over and like, oh, Cherry's house is weird. And I was like, weird? So I think I searched for it, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's weird. Because she has got quite a cool house, and what she had...
I looked it up, so...
What she had originally was like the kiddie furniture, and I don't like the kiddie furniture. But she was cool. I actually had a couple of cute pictures she had that I always like, because it was one of the first time I was taking pictures. I had put a wee table with a wee chess set outside her house, but because she used to stay next to Sid, and they two quite complement each other. I think the colours are quite similar. The houses are not exactly similar, but they do have some of the same furniture. And they had lived next door just completely randomly, just because that's where I decided to put the plots. And I was hoping they would sit down and have a game of chess together, but they never. But me and her did. She was cool. And I like sisterlies. So I'm
me too.
Quite looking forward to come and visit her. And I think you'll really like her.
Well, come around on Saturday and we'll do something for Shari's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll get to meet her then.
Shari's birthday. Have you got anything planned?
And the fishing tourney.
Oh, the fishing tourney. Oh, my goodness. Is she going to have a party? Is that still going to happen? Like, or is it just going to be like, usually there's people, villagers doing the fishing tourney, but some of them are still in the house.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. All year long she's been wearing that fishing vest. And now she's going to miss the fishing tourney because she's having a party.
Is that her original outfit? No, it isn't. It's a wee flowery one. It's her original one, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know where she got the fishing vest from. I guess I must have given it to her at some point along the line. But
Oh, that's funny.
Well, even if she doesn't have a party, then I'll make sure that she has some kind of celebration.
I'm sure they would, but I was just wondering how it would work out, like, because there's usually
I can't remember that happening before.
Another person at the party.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have lots of visitors, but I'm going to be there anyway.
How's your week been in Animal Crossing this week, apart from doing your moving? Because we had Bunny Day last Sunday.
Oh yes,
so we didn't talk about that during our episode last week because
it was airing. It
was the day the episode came out. Did you enjoy Bunny Day?
I did enjoy Bunny Day. I liked seeing them all in their wee costumes. Some better than others.
They looked amazing. I loved them. Who was your best dressed villager?
Oh, my best dressed was Coco. I think she's just so cute. And because she's a bunny, that helped a wee bit, although she put out an egg. But she had the leaf dress on, like the green coloured, and that's like her colour. She looks really good in green. But Graham had the same costume on, and somebody else had the green one on as well. But Graham looked really cute, just because he's so tiny.
I had the leaf egg costume on as well, actually. I looked very cute. So did Toby, and I think Poppy and Freckles both had that one on too as well. So they all looked really good.
Oh, Poppy would have looked good because that's like her colour as well, green.
It's a good colour on her. I think my favourite, my best dressed was Biscuit, but maybe I'm just biased.
Yeah, because he's
my favourite. Although actually Whitney looked amazing in the blue one. It's the Sky Egg costume. Like, she just looked so classy. She wore it like it looked like a proper like fancy outfit on her. She looked amazing.
I'm glad she had the blue on because that just seems like her colour. Like my bestie had the Tabby. She had the Earth one, and it's like this pink, reddy colour. It's really not nice. And a lot of them had that one. I think the majority, over more than 5 of them, had it on. And it just didn't look good. No. Like Willow had it on, and I'd expect her to have nice. I don't know if it's because it's pinky, that's why she had it on, but no, it didn't do her any favours. Nah, it looks a bit like sick. I don't know, so that might just be a bit too much information, but this reminds me of sick.
It reminds you of sick? Like like vomit?
Oh, yeah, like vomit, yeah. Yeah, that might.
Well, Lolly was wearing that one. I thought it looked alright.
Nah. I'm not a fan. Huck had the green one on, and I got a really good snap of him, like surrounded by the green trees, and just they looked really good.
Cool. I didn't see Raymond all day on that day. I didn't see him outside all day, I should say. But I went to his house, and he was wearing like his t-shirt, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Bunny Day's great, isn't it?" And I'm like, "You're just too cool for coming out and dressing up in an egg costume today." That's probably the only time I've seen him in his house, apart from like one time last week when I went in and got a picture of his office. Like I can never find him on the island. He's always off exploring, hidden somewhere that I can't find him. But on Bunny Day, he's just stayed in all day.
Yeah, I was hoping they were going to swap them out, like sometimes they do. Like have you go in and off the game, but I did go on and off the game, and they still were in their house. Because I think Rudy was in, and I wanted to see him in one of the egg costumes, but because he'd have been cute. And then Gonzo, he never got out either. But when I went in to see him, he's like, "Oh, you should be out catching eggs or something like that, because it's Bunny Day." Like he seemed excited about it, but he was basically telling me to leave because I should be outside catching eggs. And I liked it. They were be able to trade eggs, a bit like the feathers.
The trading was good, wasn't it?
It's just a wee bit more interactive with the villagers, which was nice. Although Zipper, I don't know if you traded any with Zipper, but you had to give him 3 for just 1. He's like conning you.
Oh, I didn't trade with him.
Yeah,
No, I just traded with villagers.
I think I had so much. I think it was skip water eggs, because everybody kept giving me water eggs and earth eggs, because I was been digging up all the holes. And I was trying to trade them, and I had to refuse a couple of villagers because they would want to give me water eggs and I don't want any more. So I ended up going to Zipper to see if he would trade with me, and he did. But he only gives you one in return for giving him 3.
Fair enough, I guess. Supply and demand.
Yeah.
He knows that you need those other eggs.
Yeah, no.
I really enjoyed it.
I liked it.
It was good.
Yeah. I don't want to take the items down, they're just so cute. And see, because the cherry blossoms are still in, I just think it looks really nice with all the colours and the eggs. So I'm not going to be taking them down. No, I'll probably take them down tomorrow. No me, I've just said that, but I do like them. I'll keep some of the items. The bunny day planter, definitely.
Yeah.
And the topiaries.
Yeah.
Because they're just bunnies. Like, I just think they're cute.
I took mine down, but I did have quite a lot out. But I've left the planters out. I think they look passable for other times of year. So there's a couple outside Abel's, which I think make it look quite nice.
Yeah, no, they're really nice.
So I'll probably
colours.
leave them out for a bit.
Yeah, I think you could probably get away with them all through summer. Well, I'll probably put in it.
I'd like some other little things like that with plants in. We had a nice KK concert together this week as well, didn't we?
Yes. On Saturday.
That was cool.
'Cause I had stars as well. It was a nice night.
I always like catching a KK concert.
Yeah, I'd prefer if he was on a Sunday, because obviously he'll be on Sunday this week, so that might be nice, because obviously the fishing tourney is on. So it'd be nice to see him on a Sunday night. I just think it'd be nicer on a Sunday, because I think it's really chilled out and just nice end to the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was different, like seeing it was like Club Wall, like in New Leaf. That was a bit different because it's a Saturday night and you go into the club, whatever, but I think a Sunday, just it's a bit chill day. Oh yeah, Graham was saying that he was thinking about you the other day.
Oh, I was thinking about Graham too. Can I come over and see him?
Of course you can. He's so cute. You know, he's got the glasses, like the little blue glasses. He's
got 2 pairs that he wears regularly. Which ones are the blue ones? The ones that
like
you can't see
ones.
through.
Yeah, like the milk bottle ones, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen him with the big glasses on before. Like, see the ones that Poppy wears. They're
amazing.
So cute. I think, because they're so small, like they're little small animals, and then they've got the big glasses. Well, I seen him. He was out reading, and he had the little glasses on.
I love his big glasses. Because you get to see his tiny little pupils.
Yeah, because the other one, I didn't notice that you couldn't see his eyes until I could see his eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the cutest little face when you can see his pupils. It's lovely.
And I shared pictures of Gonzo's garden last week. And I couldn't tell you what his house looked like because I hadn't been in it. But I think I went in it that day after to get some pictures, or try to get some pictures. And he treated me a song. He was always singing away because he's got Kiki surfing in his house, which is quite funny. I just imagine him being Melba's grandpa. He's so cute. He's just so cute, like Melba was. Yeah.
He is really cute. Has he got a surfing themed house then?
No, it's like, I've said it last week, it was like really rustic looking, like it's got the wood, like the wee wooden hut, like look about it. And it's the same inside, because I think I did see the inside, it was a cabin wall, because obviously he's usually got boxing on it, but he's got like the log cabin beds, the stove, the wood burning stove, and it's just really cute inside and cosy, just like how you can imagine his house being.
Seems a bit odd that he's got KK surfing playing then.
Yeah, but he's a koala. He likes surfing in Australia. Because he says mate, because that's his catchphrase as well, is mate.
Mate.
Yeah, I just love it when I speak to him. He's funny.
Is that because you're an Australia file?
Yeah.
I don't know what the proper word is, but
I don't know what that is either, but yeah. He also actually, this one's thinking about him, he had a conversation with Tabby. I was spying on them as usual, like
yeah.
I was creeping behind tree just to get somebody that Tabby was out singing, and I was trying to get a good shot of her, So I move out the shop, but then she stopped singing and ran over and spoke to Gonzo, and all you can see is me creeping out behind the tree. So creepy. Anyway, Gonzo was telling her that the reason why he looks so tired or something like that was because he's been out patrolling at night because of the goon, the mystery goon that's going about the island in the evening during the night.
You what? You've got a mystery goon?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
my
he called them
goodness.
interlopers at first. Yeah, he's been trying to catch interlopers, and then so he's telling Tabby about this mystery goon, and she's like, well, to save you being some stress, why don't you get some help? And then she just basically volunteered me to help Gonzo.
Yeah, you should.
Keep it.
You can't have goons, mystery goons running around.
I've had so many crankies. I've never heard that one before. It was funny.
No, I've never had that. It's brilliant. Oh, well, I'm glad it was Tabby he told. I feel like she'd have like a sensible reaction to that and not freak out about it.
She wasn't too fussed about it at all.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I think I've I've been listening to, I'm saying listening, I've been creeping on the villagers more this week as well, just because I've been out and about and they seem to follow you. Every time you're terraforming or try to do something, they're always about you, as if they're trying to get in the way. But it's quite nice, because when I was up doing the cafe bit on the cliff, Willow was up there and they're never up there. Like normally I would never catch them up there, but I think because I've been doing so much work up there, and obviously they're nosy, so they want to come up and hang about. So Willow had come up, and then she was sitting on one of the benches that you had sent me. You'd sent me the hallway. I'm not going to go try to say what kind of hallway it is, but Toby's furniture.
Toby's hallway, yeah.
Yeah. And she sat down, and then she's like, oh, there's space for you. So I've sat up. So I've sat up beside her, and then obviously, like, within a minute, well, not even within a minute, within seconds, like, she's hopped off.
Yeah.
The usual. And Tex was up there as well, which was nice.
I didn't get to see many of mine this week. I don't know why. A couple of, like, Shari came down to have a little nose at what I was doing by the pier, but most of the time I felt like I didn't really see them. Biscuit was doing some zoomies on the beach near the pier, and then he had a lie down in the cardboard boxes that I was building. But apart from that, I've hardly seen my guys this week. It's very sad.
Oh, that's a shame.
I need to spend some time with them over the weekend. Hopefully, with the fishing tourney, we can hang out with them.
Yeah. I think I shared a letter the other day about Coco, because she had mentioned about meeting up.
Yeah.
But I've had 3 letters from Coco this week.
Oh.
And she just says the sweetest things. I can't remember exactly what she said. I forgot to write it down so I could remember, but she's just the sweetest. And I don't think I'll be able to let her go ever. I think I've already said that she's kind of going to stay, but I think if it's the right person who came along, I might have let her go, but I don't think I am. No.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then she sat on the whoopee cushion that I said nobody was sitting on, but she was facing the wrong way, but I got a picture of her anyway. And then I was just spying on her just to see if she got up, because sometimes they get up and then they'll go and like water a flower or something and then sit back down. Yeah. But then she went away and sat on the cardboard box instead. But then I went up to speak to her afterwards, and she was saying, oh, that whoopee cushion's like a really nice spot to sit on, which I thought was funny.
I saw such an amazing picture of her on the internet this week. And I never would have picked this outfit for her, but she was like dressed in like a leather jacket and had like dark sunglasses on, and she looked just awesome. It was such a good look on her.
Are you going to need to share that?
Yeah, I need to find that.
I think I'd need to go to Harps to recreate that, because I think it's quite hard to get them to wear the items, because you can obviously get them one item at a time, and if they put it on, they're not guaranteed they're going to wear it together.
No.
I think actually one of the items she sent, I was actually going to bring it to you and drop it off, was the alpinist.
Oh, nice.
Like, not the dress, but the overall. Is it an alpinist overalls? I can't remember if it's called overalls, but it's like the trouser and braces one.
Oh, I think I have all of them. I almost wore them today, but it was a bit windy, so I thought I'd put a jumper on.
Yeah, I'm glad I wore my best. I need to go and see Butch, see if he's got his on.
He did. He had it on earlier when I saw him walking past.
It was literally the first thing that was pink in my wardrobe, to be honest, because I was dressed as Barrel earlier, so I didn't want to come dressed as Barrel.
Oh, would have been good. You looked great when you came and picked him up dressed as him. Could have been Barreled Appreciation episode.
Yeah, I'd actually customised one of his, the table where I put his food on. I'm just so pernicky, but the food that I put his table on, the table that I put his food on, I had customised it, and I'd put it's like zebra stripes, it's like white zebra stripes instead of the tiger stripes because they didn't have one. Just to match.
I thought you were going to say a nice classy Argyle print then, but no, you put him in his animal print.
Animal print. I thought he would appreciate it.
Yeah, he would. To be honest, he probably wouldn't even notice. He'd be so busy.
No, he's not
eating all the food.
Yeah. I didn't realise how I had so much food. Because I put out so much food on the food, like, food market, can I say, up that in the cliff. But then I still had so much in storage. So I've got 2 lazies now, so I can spread it out amongst them.
Yeah, there's a lot of good food items. Remember when I did the New Year's wishes for Barreled and Biscuit and put all the food out at halves for them? There were just so many items I just couldn't fit them all out. I had to put loads away. So have you got any plans for the upcoming week? Are you just finishing off getting ready for your dream address?
Yeah, I think I'll just update the dream address and then start dismantling and redecorating. I'll need to visit some dreams to get some inspiration, I think, because I've got so much space now to fill up.
I visited a lovely dream this week. Our friend Sammy set up a treasure hunt, and it said that Pirate Spike had stolen 2 cat noses from Pearl and Ollie. So you had to go and try and dig up the treasure on Peridot, which is Sammy's island. But I didn't manage to find both the noses. I looked around for ages. It was really good having a chance to go and spend some time there looking around. It was really good fun, and I got to see her villages as well. And I found lots of cool treasure, but I didn't complete the whole treasure map, so I'm going to have to go back there another time and try that.
Oh, I've not done that. I'm going to have to go and do that. I like hunts, treasure hunts. That'll be fun. I'm going to need to share it.
Yes, I will. I'll share the code. It's really good. And I was hoping to update my dream address while it was still cherry blossom season. But then I kept thinking, I just want to do that one thing. But then I just need to do that one thing. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to it in time. It feels really like a really big commitment making a dream address. I don't know. You want everything to be perfect, don't you?
Yeah, because it's not permanent, because you can obviously update it, but then it is if you change things. You can't get that back to add to it.
It was a shame that after last week's episode I went and checked and you can't visit your own dream addresses.
Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. And it's a shame you can't visit dream addresses together, because I think that'd be quite a good idea, maybe to do that together.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Because some of the dream addresses are fun, but I'm saying they're fun. I've hardly done any recently, but when people share theirs and they look good, so.
Well, go and see Sammy's because it's really good and I really recommend it.
Yeah, I'll need to do that.
And I've got a little list of ones that I want to go and see. So I think I've just spent too much time decorating my own island this week to have a chance to go on too many visits. Well, it's been really good fun catching up. Have we covered everything that you wanted to talk about this week?
Yeah, I think I was just about to say there's nothing much that's happened, but there has been quite a few things that happened and I've spoke about it all.
Cool. Well, we've got a busy weekend coming up. Sherry's
Yeah,
birthday
fishing
and the
tourney.
fishing tourney. It's very
I'm
exciting.
quite looking forward to the fishing tourney. It feels like forever
Yeah.
since there's been like, I think I was getting annoyed with them, but now I'm like looking forward to it because it's been, I think I was only getting annoyed because the items were so repetitive and I had so much of them. But no, I think it'd be quite good to just go back and have a fishing tourney. And it's good doing it with friends as well, because obviously you get points quicker, but it's quite fun as well.
Yeah, I don't think I need any points. I think I've already got way too many bug and fishing things in my storage, but just to have an excuse to hang out with some friends and have a laugh is good.
Yeah, definitely. Although the queuing afterwards, I just remember, I think I've got some pictures of us and I was looking through them the other week. We were doing a flick one and there was just like a queue behind flick because you always had to wait till you sell all your stuff behind them before you start the next round. But
You only need to do that if your inventory's full up and you need to sell. Only one person needs to talk to them to start the next round.
yeah, I suppose.
You just need to all go and collect your bugs from the cage, and that doesn't take very long. Or your fish from the cooler.
Yeah, and I won't be claiming my points, to be honest, either. I think I'm the same as you, I've got too much stuff. But that'll be fun.
Yeah, be great.
Be a nice day off from all this working we've been doing.
Yeah. I'll have to take you on a little run around of my renovations after we finish here.
Yeah, I want to
got any
see.
good tips for me?
Yeah, I probably will have something to say. Maybe not tips, but just something that I would do, because...
That'd be good.
Well, thanks for having me, Luke. And I'll just want to go and dive in and see your renovations.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for coming over. Second time today, in fact.
Yeah, I think I didn't get to speak to everyone, so I'm obviously want to go and speak to some people that I missed today.
It's been great having you over. And big thanks to everyone for joining us again and for watching Pear Tree Podcast episode 21. If you want to carry on chatting about Animal Crossing, then we would absolutely love that. You can hang out with us on Discord. You can message us on our social media stuff where we're Pear Tree Podcast. We're on Patreon and we're on the web, peartreepodcast.com. So come and say hi. And I hope you all have a very, very lovely week in Animal Crossing and in real life. See you later.
Bye, Luke. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
No,